Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Laken and I am so excited to be the video for today's lineup in the 25 days of planning collab. I am so honored that Tamara once again reached out and asked me to be a part of this. We've been doing this, I feel like for as long as I've been doing Vlogmas, I feel like she has been doing this series, and it is so freaking cool to see 25 YouTube channels come together and talk about the same topic for 25 days. I just think it's so cool, and I hope that you have been enjoying. In past years, the last couple of years, I was picking like an earlier date or requesting an earlier date. One year, I actually reached out to her and was like, I'm planning really early this year. Are you still gonna do this? Because I wanna make sure it's slated into my content plan. And in the recent years, I've been doing kind of a date on the earlier side before I get into real Vlogmas. And this year I decided, let's do it the other way around. It kind of lines up better with my content plan to be one of the last ones. And so it's been really cool. I'm filming this obviously a little bit earlier, but to see all the ones that have gone up so far, I am very behind on watching them, but I have been saving them all to my like watch later folder. But let's get into it. You're not here to listen to me blab. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you're here because you watch my channel and you don't know about this, there have been 23 other YouTube channel, planner focused YouTube channels that have talked about the same topic that I'm gonna talk about with their own twists and spins and tips on how to actually use your planner. Wait, that's not what it's called. How to get the most out of your planner. That's what it's called. This is just such a good topic. Also, the topics she comes up with every year are also so amazing. I love them. I just love them so much. So I'm gonna share my tip, and then I'm gonna share some like questions or things to think about within the tip. You know, I couldn't just like give a tip and be done. So in general, my tip to get the most out of your planner is not to compare yourself to other people. Whether they're using the same planner as you or a different planner, don't compare your use of your planner to anybody else's. I know it's tough, especially if you're here watching me on YouTube. You like to watch YouTube, and you probably like to watch planner YouTube videos, and I do too. And so it can be so tempting sometimes to compare the way that you use your planner to how somebody else uses theirs. And again, whether they're using the same one or a different one or one that's kind of similar, it doesn't matter. You're still likely to play the comparison game. But in order to get the most out of your planner that you have chosen to use, you've got to stay focused on your planner and your system. And I'm going to give you some questions, some things to think about. I might be cheating a little bit because these are really more things to think about before you have gotten your planner. But what they are questions to think about for your specific life. And if your planner lines up with what you need in your life, you are way less likely to compare yourself to somebody else and how they're using your planner. Because all of our lives are so different and unique. Even if you feel like you have the same quote unquote life as somebody else, right? You both work from home, or you both work outside of the home, or you both have 2 kids, or you both live close to family, or you both live far away from family. Like all these factors that impact our very individual, unique lives. There are so many other things that you may or may not know behind the scenes, especially people who share their lives on the internet. I know it, as somebody who has vlogged every day for the last 3 weeks by the time you're seeing this video, I know it's really tempting to feel like you truly know everything that's going on in their lives. You're like, they're sharing all the things. Like, I know everything. And they probably do share a lot. If they vlog, if they share their lives on the internet, they probably do share a lot. But at the end of it, you're still only seeing a snippet of their lives. There is still so much going on that you don't know, good or bad, help, no help. There was recently, maybe it wasn't recent because I know I've told the story before in some capacity. There was a fellow mom and business owner that I followed on social media. And she has 3 kids, and they're older than my one, and obviously the one in my belly. But she had 3 kids, and she was running this really successful business. She has a podcast, she's a membership, all these things. At one point I found myself comparing to like her life, and I was like, how the heck does she do all those things? Her youngest is close in age to my daughter. And I probably constantly, maybe not constantly, but regularly compared myself to her. And then I found out that her husband stays at home. He's a stay-at-home dad, which is awesome. I love that for them. That is not my situation. That is not, my husband does have a lot of flexibility. He also works for himself, but he works at least 40, if not more like 50 or 60 hours a week. And so it is not the same situation. And that obviously helped me immediately let go of any comparison to her. Sometimes they don't share that. And not like she was trying to hide it or anything, but I'm just saying that sometimes you might find yourself comparing yourself to people on the internet or even people in your real life that you don't actually know everything that's going on behind the scenes. And don't get me wrong, I think you can get a lot out of obviously watching people here on YouTube and following people on other social media platforms. But at the end of the day, the only person who knows all the ins and outs about your life is you. And in order to get the most out of your planner needs to line up with your life, your unique, special, wonderful life. So once again, I'm gonna give you 5 things to think about, questions to ask yourself. And these are kind of more before you pick the planner. And if by the time you're watching this video, you probably have already picked your planner for 2026, but I still want you to keep these things in mind. And if you find that one of these doesn't line up, that could be a reason to pick a different planner, because you're gonna be able to get the most out of your planner when these things do line up. So the first one is, how often do you want to be planning? Do you want to do daily planning, weekly planning, monthly planning, etc.? This is going to impact the layout that you pick. Do you want it dated or undated? Right now, in my current stage of life, I like planning daily, but I don't need to do it every single day. And recently I purchased a dated daily and I found that I was wasting like half the planner, because I really need a in-depth daily plan on the days that I'm working, and then maybe one other day per week. That's only about 4 days per week. I don't need a fully dated planner when I'm planning for 4 days per week, right? But I am planning daily. And so I know what is best for me is likely an undated daily planner. You have to figure out what works best for you. Maybe a daily plan is too much because you're working 9 to 5, commuting a good amount each way. So a daily plan most days is way too much for you. So you need more of a weekly plan. But making sure that your planner layout, dated, undated, weekly, daily, whatever, lines up with how often you want to be planning is going to make sure that you're able to get the most out of your planner. Number 2 is, are you taking your planner anywhere? Do you need this planner to be portable, and in what capacity? When I was working full-time and commuting, I took my planner with me to and from work every day. That impacted the decision in terms of like the size and etc. of the planner that I was choosing. Now, my planner doesn't leave my house. Unless I'm traveling and I'm planning to work while I'm there, which is rare these days, I don't need to take my planner with me anywhere. So that can impact the decision on the type and size, etc. of the planner that I choose. I understand. It's so tempting sometimes to see these beautiful, especially these more like binder type systems, but those aren't as portable. And so if you are somebody who is going to lug it around, is that the best fit for you? Or are you gonna buy this beautiful planner and then it's just gonna sit there and not get used because you don't wanna carry it anywhere? Number 3, do you need space to be creative? Or are you in a season where you want that creativity kind of already done for you? There was a time where I spent lots of time and lots of stickers on making these beautiful creative spreads, and I wanted the most let's call it plain planner that I could find so that I could add my creativity to that planner. That's not the case anymore. I don't want to prioritize. I don't like saying the phrase like I don't have time, because I think truthfully we all have time. It's what you want to prioritize. I don't prioritize that aspect of planning right now in the phase of life that I am. Maybe that will change someday, but right now I don't prioritize it. And so I actually would like my planner to already have a little bit of something, whether it's like design or quotes or color or something, so that it adds a little something. But you've got to know what works best for you. If you want to add your own creativity, but then you're constantly buying these beautifully designed planners with all these, additional colors and flowers, etc., and then you get frustrated every week when you go to plan and you're trying to like cover them up, that's not getting the most out of your planner. Number 4 is, do you need flexibility to change your mind? Whether this is coming from like your life structure needing flexibility, or it's coming from you know yourself and you know that you're going to want the option to change your mind, do you need to build in for that? Maybe you're getting planners on a shorter time frame, right? A quarterly option that you could then change your mind after a quarter. Or maybe you're getting something with inserts so that you can change it out when you need to change it, like a binder or a ring system. Again, knowing what your desire for flexibility is going to be like is going to be really key. And then the last one is actually not like a functional type of question. It's just like a theoretical question to ask yourself. Do you look forward to using your planner? Simple as that. If the answer is no, figure out why. It could be one of the prior 4 things. It could be that you're comparing, but you are never going to get the most out of your planner if you don't look forward to planning in it. So do you look forward to using your planner? And I hope, even if it's not 100% of the time, because nothing in life is all or nothing, but most of the time, do you look forward to using it? And those are just some things to think about. Again, my tip within a tip, or my like questions within a tip. I feel like I can't just make a single tip video, but hopefully you found this helpful. I am so excited for you to, whether you have caught up or not, watch all of the other tip videos. Tomorrow, there's one more tomorrow, and it is Lauren from Creating Self-Care Plans. So I'll leave her channel link down below. She is going to be the last one in the series. And then I think Tamara on her channel, which I will link as well, obviously, she will do a final wrap-up video the day after Christmas. So that is it. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, I always do for my friends that say all the way to the end, we do an emoji for the video. So comment below with, I did the pen video recently in a video, so I don't want to do that one again, even though that one feels like really appropriate for this. Let's comment with like the planner. There's like a spiral notebook emoji, which for me, I didn't even really talk. I talked about like coil system in interspersed. I need a coil. I need to be able to flip it around. That's just a priority for me. So comment below with the like spiral notebook emoji. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. I upload videos all the time focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna say that differently. Making your planner is going to be a different, how many times am I gonna say that freaking phrase? No, I'm not gonna say that. But